Hi, I'm Joe Tasker. What led me to Farnum was quite a bit. I was living in my car in a McDonald's parking lot because they had free Wi-Fi and it was across the street from the liquor store. So it's amazing how little you need to think that you're happy. But it just it was bad, and I was like that for about 10 years, just couch hopping and doing what I could. And my favorite thing was blacking out. So every day, it was just an everyday, all day thing, lying to people to like get money, and just it was horrible. Um, and so then one day, my mom and one of my friends kind of got together, and they spoke about some, just me and what was going on, and they were worried. And one morning, it was like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, and my friend called me. She's like, "Hey, you want to go to a bar?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So we go, and next thing I know, she's driving, so she's like, "Hey, we're gonna go see your mom." And yeah, we show up, and it's kind of like a mini intervention. It was hard at first. I definitely didn't want to go. I didn't think I had a problem. Kind of felt trapped. Um, But then, my mom kind of brought up some of these rehab places and everything else, and Farnham stuck out. I entered the Farnham program that Saturday, February 12th, 2022. I was in the program. When I showed up, right off the bat, it was scary. Like my mom dropped me off, and I was sitting outside the doors, and all of a sudden, like seeing her drive off, I was like, "Well, I'm here. I'm in it. It there's no turning back now." So I go in right off the bat. The staff just made me feel welcomed and at home. I was going through some personal stuff. And they pulled me aside and they're like, "Hey, what's going on? Let's talk it through. Like, what's." And it was cool. They actually cared about each individual person. If someone had a problem, they took them aside, and they did a great job. Elise was my counselor, Elise Fusco. I don't know what it was, but she she could connect with people. She felt very grounded. She like very open about everything, and I just instantly was like, all right, I can open up to her, like no problem. Little did she know I was going to be open up to her like every day. We had a schedule, but I was like, that I need more time than that. I got too much going on. And she was great about it. She was great about it, and she taught me everything I use today, to stay sober. And situations where I would have been drinking, I can now use the tools that she gave me to figure out a different way other than just going back. And it it's helped tremendous. I mean, um, one of the biggest moments of Farnham was, I think it was one of the first alumni meetings that they just brought back because of the coronavirus and everything else. I forget who was running it, but he was really on me about, "Hey, just go up there, talk. If you don't like it, it's whatever. You're only talking to 12 people. It's no biggie." So I sat there and I watched a few people go up, and the whole time I'm thinking, I'm not gonna do this. There's no way. Like, and I went up there and I made a few jokes, made some laughs, and just standing up there and looking at the people and seeing that they were actually listening and taking in what I was saying, it it had an impact on me that I was like, maybe this isn't as bad. Like maybe, being sober isn't the worst thing in the world, because it's not just for you, it's for other people. You're helping other people, and if I can help one person, I'll be happy. And so that I did that meeting, and I was on, you know, I was up here for the rest of the time there. They got me to work out. I think I've only been to a gym maybe twice in my life, and I was going to the gym at Farnum. I was working out almost every day. The staff was just they were on top, like, and I really cannot thank them enough. And again, Elise was the best counselor. I was her first client, which I didn't know um, until like halfway through, and she was like, "Yeah, you're like my first client," and so I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm kind of glad that our first client is so far a success story. So props to her. And yeah, just it's been great. It was great. Yeah, so life like for me today is it's a whole 180. After Farnham, I did another 30-day program and graduated from there just fine. And then went back to my mom's, and she's been in AA for as long as I can remember. And so I knew if there was someone who could help me kind of get into the program, it would be her. She introduced me to a million people, and a lot of people I knew from just growing up because I used to go to AA meetings with my mom as a kid, and I'd be the kid in the back room playing with toys, being obnoxious, and uh, so it was kind of going to meetings felt natural. It just kind of felt right, and because I already knew some of the people, they knew me. Telling my story, a lot of them were like, "Oh yeah, we remember seeing you on the sidewalk or in your car. Like we know, we talked to your mom." So it was a small town, and everybody knows everybody. It was getting hard to go to the meetings back home in New Hampshire because they everybody it was kind of becoming like an inner circle, and everybody knew too much about me, which isn't the worst thing, but it it's anonymous. It wasn't too anonymous if everybody knows your whole family and backstory. So I called a buddy out in Colorado who lives in the plains, so it's not the beautiful mountains that everyone pictures and sees. It's kind of like Little House on the Prairie ish, and yeah, he instantly was like, "Absolutely, I have a room for you. Get down here. We'll get you working this and that." And by September, I was moved down here. Um, been working, roof over my head. I have two dogs and two cats. My roommate's probably one of the best roommates I've ever had. Yeah, it's been great. February 12th, 2023 was my 1 year anniversary. And so, yeah, it's like a year and a month now, almost two. So it's pretty good. Things are going great. And I really couldn't be happier. Didn't think I would be actually. I never thought I'd be here. There's one thing I've learned. It's I went to a lot of meetings, and that 1 year chip is it's amazing. It's awesome. It's a great feeling to get. But the most important chip is that 24-hour chip, and that's for anything. Any drug's a drug, and if you have 24 hours without doing it, that's all the props to you. Um, and you just got to do that just one day at a time. And next thing you know, you have 365 24-hour chips, and it adds up. It's pretty cool. But you can do it. If I can do it, I didn't think I could do it, but you could do it. So just happy to, like I said, if I can help one person, I'm a happy guy.